In this video, I'm going to be going over how to set up KeyAuth, and I'm going to be making multiple videos on this, but the first one I'm going to do, obviously in CSharp Windows Form. Now this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than the usual ones I make, just because instead of trying to make a video giving me an error and I got to try and figure it out, if I get the error, I'm going to try and figure it out on the video. I'll give a certain time frame, and if I'm getting to the point where I can't figure it out, then I'll just go past it so you can actually get to the issue that you may or may not be having. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the example that's on GitHub currently made by the owner Mac, and then I'm going to be making a brand new one basically from this and just doing a big plug and play. So first I'm just going to mess around with the design really quick so it looks semi better. Make this none. My toolbox. It's gonna load a little bit because I did just load it up, so oh, don't need that. Just this. Okay. Now on the example, it has the login page where you can log in and register. I'm gonna do the same exact thing, just because I don't find a point in making two forms for a login and register. So don't need that. I'm gonna go ahead and get a text box. Then get another text box. And then one more. You can have them as whatever. I'm gonna just have them as that, just because, why not? Now for the button, get a rounded button. I guess we don't really need a gradient one. It's a nice basic one. So on the example, he has the login, register, upgrade, and license. And the license is basically just letting you sign up with the license. So that's all that is. So we'll just go ahead and change a few things. Come down here, log in. Now, obviously you can change it to whatever you want. I'm just breaking it down so you guys know. Register with username, password, and key. And then this one is login, register with key only. And then the last one that they had was upgrade. So this is it. I guess I'll make it look semi better, I guess. Again, I'm not going for a good design in this video. I'm just wanting to clear up a few things so you guys know how the fix some errors if you're having them. Okay, so now I'm going to rename this just to make this a little bit easier. This is going to be the username box. This is going to be the password box. And then this is going to be the key box. I'm not going to rename the buttons just because there's no point in renaming the buttons. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to right click, come down to add, and I'm going to add a new class. I'm going to make this class name keyauth.cs. Now in the example, I'm just going to go over to either keyauth.cs and copy all it. Then I'm just going to go ahead and paste it into mine. Now, error number 1. If you get an error and it's like this, come over down to show potential fixes, and we'll gather some suggestions. And it's basically going to give you these 3 saying that, you know, basically no fix. Don't do any of that. Come over here, right click, come down to manage NuGet packages. Make sure that the package source is set to all. Click on browse, and then just go ahead and paste that in. It's the first one right here, so you just want to go ahead, click on install. Click OK, and then that you accept. It shouldn't take that long. You're going to get all these errors and then they're just going to go away. Easy. Now you can close out of keyauth.cs, and now this is where we start getting into the actual coding itself. So I know for a fact that we are going to need the load function. So just double click anywhere in the form, and here you will get load. Now according to the example, for the load, it is set for this. So set DNS and then init. Now it's saying that this should resolve any issues with the people who are getting blocked by their ISP. You could also just change the DNS or download an app. Now if you feel like you would like to download an app, there's this nice site, https 1.1.1.1. You can download it for, you know, App Store, Mac, Windows, Linux, and Google Play. And so far I've been using it. I've never had an issue with it. It works pretty well. So we're just going to go ahead and copy this and put this in our load. And now it's going to say that we have another error because we also need to come up here and we need to get these. Now here, these will be blank for you. This is just what I was using for the example. So we're just going to go ahead and copy all this. I like to keep the code semi-clean, so I'm going to make a region and just name the region KeyAuth. And then we're just going to end the region just so I know where everything is. I'm going to go back and we need one more line of code. And that line of code is going to be this one right here. Go back to mine and paste it in there. And then also we're just going to do using KeyAuth. No more errors, nothing easy. Now for the form 1, logging in with username and password. So we're going to do if keyauth-app.login username box.text password box.text capital T, and then this will open up a new form, but we're just going to do a message box. Okay, I guess I didn't have it on. We're just going to do a message box, and we're going to do successful login. And we're just going to do else message box.show failed to log in. Now that we have that, we're going to come over to register with username, password, and key. So we're going to do if KeyAuth app.login, register, username box.text, password box.text, and key box.text. Do message box.show successful register, and then else message box.show failed to register. And now the last one for the login process at least is login register with key only. So we're going to do if KeyAuth app.license, and this is going to be from the keybox.text, keybox.text, then message box.show success. And I'm just going to put success because it won't tell the difference if you've logged in or just registered, so we're just going to do success. And then for the last one, it's going to be upgrade. Now, according to the example for upgrade, go over to it, click on upgrade. This is what it says. Now it also says don't log in because I haven't authenticated. It's just to extend expiry with the new key. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead, copy this, and paste that in there. Real simple. Obviously, we got to change this username box.text and then keybox.text. And that's all you have to do for the login. You see login's good, register is good. Now this is where it comes for the 1.1.1s and everything that you will be using. So it wouldn't be bad to have in it. Since it is in the example, and I said I'm basically going to just be cloning it, we are going to put it in. And it's going to give me some errors. I'm going to hover over and network information. Simple. So now I need to fill in everything. So the name is the app name. I'm going to put my app name in here. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the secret. And lastly, go and get my owner ID. Owner ID. And now we can go ahead and run it. Now that it succeeded, come over here. Not this one, I need to go to my repos. And this is called KeyAuth CSharp example v2 by me. Now I usually run it from debug, but I'm just gonna run from here for the sake of the video. Now I'm just gonna do A1 for the user, A1 for the pass, and now I actually need a license, so I'm just going to come over here, click on license, create a key, basic, I'll just do 3, no note, 1 day, expiration set as that, click on OK, copied, put that in there, and now I'm going to register with username, password, and key. And successful register. Simple enough. Now come over here, remove all that. I'm going to want to log in. Successful login. Now I'm just going to go ahead and close this just because I need to be logged out for the next one. Well, actually, let me create another key. And I will come over here, and with the key only, I will put it in the key only, and I will log in register with key only. And as you can tell, it was a success. So I registered. So now if I go to log in again, success, now I'm logged in. And now for the upgrade, so I got to go ahead and close it again since I am logged in. Now, remember for the upgrade calls for the username box and the key box. So A1, and now I need to get the first key that I was using, which was AWJ. Put this in, and then I'm going to click on upgrade. Now, key's already being used, so I just want you to go ahead and test the theory here. So click on create key, all this, blah, blah, blah. Here you go. Got a new key. I'm just going to put A2 in here, and then I'm going to put the key in here, and I'm going to click upgrade. Now see, now the username's not found, which this has been an issue, and I'm not 100% sure because it's saying that it's being used. But I mean, I guess that's kind of the whole point of it to be upgrade is to be used. So not 100% sure on that. Which, let me see which key I deleted. Okay, so, but now that we have that covered, we're going to just jump into the next part of the video as to setting the username, expiry, subscription level. So go and do this. Now again, instead of creating another form, I'm just going to do it all in the same form just because. Just because I can. And again, this isn't for designer purposes, it's just so you know what to do. And I'm going to make the name of this user info. Now, again, according to the main, it's going to pull the username, the expiration date, and the subscription. So we will see how well that does. And as well, we need this. So we will go ahead and see how that works. So key, expiration, and subscription. Now if you go over to KeyAuth.cs, we'll go down some more. See if we can find it. Okay, username, expiry, and subscription. So everything should be good. So we're going to do this on a successful login, and since I deleted the key that is using the username and password, we will do it with the key only. So on success, we're going to do user info, and now this was just what I have the list box set as, so it may be something different for you. Items.add, and this is going to be username. And the username from here is KeyAuth app underscore username. So we will see how that goes. KeyAuth app dot user underscore data dot username. And then user info dot items dot add. And this would be expiry. Let's close out of that. Expiry plus, and now the expiry is different, as you can tell. It's this long Unix code. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in. And now you're gonna get an error saying that you don't have the Unix or anything, or the login. Let's remove the login, and that you need the Unix, but we will get that after. And then user info.items.add, and this is gonna be the subscription. Just gonna add a plus there, and come over here get the subscription. Go ahead, just remove this login. Now we're going to get the Unix. Boom. Come over here and just put this in here. And this one is getting an error because I have 2 plus signs for whatever reason. And this one is probably getting it because I have 2 of those. Or did I not put it in right? Go back to the code. We're just gonna copy this entire line. It's clearly I'm forgetting something. It's going to put that in there. Remove this expiry because it's not needed. And get rid of the .login or the login dot, and then we're stuck with this. So I mean that's always fun. It's also fun. Okay. I guess the example is just a little bit different than what I'm doing. It is whatever. Oh, because I'm using the user info and the items, he's just using the label, so that's fine. So there's that. So now if we go ahead and run this, go back here, make sure I have my key, which was this one, I believe. Let it run, build was succeeded. Click on this, key only, success. And my username is P1U. The expiration is set right here. And then the sub is default because I did not set a subscription, so it is default. Really easy, really simple to set up. Now, a few more things I'm just going to go over with real quick. Say, for example, because I know I was having the issue, you get like a parameter S error, okay? And it's saying, you know, just parameter S and you don't know what to do. This guy right here, Kazi, he apparently found an issue for it. Now, as you can see in this video, I haven't got the error. So if you do get a parameter S error, he says just to set the DNS and the KeyAuth app init on both the register load and the login load. As you can tell, we did set the KeyAuth app init on the login load, but we did not set the DNS. That's pretty much it. So if you are having a parameter s error, feel free to check this out. And big shout out to Kazi for finding this. Now back to this. We're gonna go back to the login. And you're going to see a few things that are right here. Okay, now things being here are the optional functions of the webhooks. This is the download. This is the variables, and this is basically the same login and register. So you don't really have to do a whole lot on it. As you can tell, this was my last one, and this is what I attempted to download. So we're just going to go ahead and run through those. So here it is. It says we will start with we're not going to do the webhook just because I don't feel like setting that all up. But we will start with the variable. So come over here. On the successful login, we will do message box dot show. We'll do var plus keyauth app dot var, and then obviously we need the name for it. Not the name, but the ID for the variable, which I have not created. So we're going to go over here to variables, create a variable, variable name. We would just do test, and the data is this is just a test. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And this is the name of it. We're just going to go ahead and put this back into the name. Simple. And then the last one to do is download. So we will do that. I'm just, instead of doing it from there, I'm going to do it from the main. But before, we need to come over here. I'm going to put this right here. This would just be download. Click this. Go back over here. Get this. I can just copy this. Paste that in. I need to add a download in it, so I'm going to go over to files. And then I'm going to click on create a file. Oh no, I will use an image if I can. Yeah. Dog. There we go. My file ID is this. So go back over and I'm going to add this. Then we add the file. Click on potential fixes using system IO. And now I'm going to do something a little bit different. So everything in here, if it's pulling or reading from it, it's going to be obvious where it is. So I'm just going to do my files. And so they have it download to the same as the directory for it. I'm just going to do my F, and this should download the file. So just go go ahead and build it. I think I had to copy the license again because I already forgot it. I think I remember it only being 30 characters. Copy, paste, login, register with key, success. And here's my variable. This is just a test. The username works, expiry works, the default. Now the download. So we will see how this goes. Example, mine is denied. So it's not that it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work, but it's just saying that my access to that folder was denied. But that's fine. At least you know that it's going to work, at least. Um, so no huge issue there. Not really worried about it. So all you got to do is don't do my method and just set the directory that you would like it to go to. But other than that, that's really all you need to know, because that is all there is. But real quick, this won't be down in the description, just because this is a pretty bad design. I mean, I doubt anyone will want to use it, and everything that I got from here is from the GitHub. Just go over to github.com/keyauth, and you will be able to find all the coding examples. Just make sure you click on respiratories and, there appear more. So it is the CSharp one. Other than that, that's really all. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope, if you were having any issues, I helped you solve the issues that you were having. If you have any other issues, questions, feel free to comment down below or post in the Discord. Discord will also be linked down in the description, as well as the link to the website and the GitHub. Yeah, as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will be having more videos out this week, so definitely make sure you're paying attention, especially if it's key auth related.